Hi guys, Andy here. Just want to share a few things with you. I've been getting a lot of requests for computer cleanups, and so what I'm going to do here is share with you what me as a professional does every day on computers to clean them up. So the first thing we're going to start up with is a utility called CCleaner. CCleaner is a really nice little utility. If you go to Internet Explorer or to whatever browser you have, just want to go to google.com. And what we're going to do is we're going to search for it, and you're going to see there's several different places where you can actually download it. I recommend, as you're going to see here, there's a link at the bottom of each one of these. I always download mine from download.cnet.com. The reason I do CNET is because I know it's a secure, clean site. You can also probably get from FileHippo. If you go to FileHippo though, you're going to notice there's like several different versions of the program over here on the right hand side. The very latest one is up here where it says download latest version. So if you want to, you can go to FileHippo and grab it there, or you can go to CCleaner, or I mean CNET for your CCleaner. Guess I'm getting confused. Go ahead and download now. We're going to save the file. So depending on where you want to save your files, there's a lot of people who don't even know how to save files. So you're going to grab this little bar up here at the top, and you're going to download file, and then it'll ask you where you want to save it. So it's coming up here in just a second. So anyways, we're going to save it on the desktop, so that way we can find it quickly. Okay, so there we go. We got it downloaded. So now we're going to go ahead and close our browser, and we're going to go ahead and run CCleaner. A CCleaner is really neat because it's actually it's a utility, multiple function utility. It will clean out your temp files. It will repair your registry. You can uninstall. You'll see here on the install, you want to install free Google Toolbar. Just deselect that. Toolbars actually take up bandwidth, which slow down your internet connection. So I don't recommend any toolbars unless you just have one that you absolutely need. So we're going to install. So we have it installed. So now we're just going to go ahead and leave that check mark so it'll run. And it's going to ask you intelligently scan for cookies to keep. I'll just go ahead and say yes, recommended. Okay, so what you're going to see here on the left is you got a cleaner, a registry repair, toolbox, which has uninstall, startup, system restore, and drive wiper. And then your options, which basically you can go in there and customize this any way you want. If you want to know more about it, you can always go to online help, and it can tell you a little bit more about it. So we're going to clean, and you're going to see here under Windows, these are all your Windows files that it's going to clean out. So these are mainly just temp files that you don't really need unless you absolutely don't want to lose them. A lot of people may not want to lose their history because they know that, like on Internet Explorer, they're actually going in and looking for things, and they may need to go back to a day that they found something and they can't find it again, so they have to go back to a certain day, and it'll help them in that respect. Then you also have your applications, so it'll clean out all these applications. So these are mainly just temp files is all it cleans out. So we're going to run cleaner, and we're going to, are you sure you want to proceed? And we're going to click OK. Oh, so anyways, we cleaned out 103 megabytes. Yours may be more, yours may be less. I would recommend probably using this about once a week, maybe once every other week, depending on how much you do on your computer. You'll also notice up here at the top, ccleaner.com, it tells you which operating system you're running, which right here we're running Windows XP Professional Service Pack 3. It'll also tell you which core processor you have, how fast it is, and how much RAM you have. So that's a good thing to know right there. That'll actually give you a little bit more information on your system. So now that we're done with the cleaner, we're going to go to the registry repair. So anyways, this basically, I leave all these default. Anything just to check, see if there are any issues anywhere. So once it's done running, you're going to see all these little things in here. I don't know if it really matters to you. It'll show you what the files are that it actually found that need to be repaired. So when you fix selected issues, it's going to ask you, do you want to back up changes to registry? I always click yes, and it saves it in your documents. So we're going to save it there, and we're going to fix all selected issues. And then I run it a second time. The reason I run it a second time is because you're always going to find more stuff in there. I cleaned out certain registry files, and it may have adjusted other registry files. So we found another 3. So we're going to fix those, and we're not going to back up the registry. We already backed it up once. Fix all selected issues. Close that. So we're done there. It says no issues found. We're done. So now we go to Tools. Now on the uninstall, this basically gives you all the programs that are installed on the computer. So what this does is gives you the ability to go in there and uninstall what you don't want on your machine. Like if you had Yahoo Toolbar that installed just because you loaded Yahoo Mail on your computer, you might want to go in and uninstall the toolbar. There might be a program like an HP Web Print. That's a really popular one. I always uninstall that from the computer. It's just kind of a waste. I don't know how many people actually use it. It's never really done me justice. Anyways, you have startups as well. So these are the programs that are starting up on here. And what you can always do is take, and all the ones I have here I want running. But if you find one you don't, you just click on it, disable. It allows you to disable it on your startups. You also have a system restore utility in here. So you can set up checkpoints as you go. You also have a drive wiper. The nice thing about drive wiper is you can actually clean off your jump drives, external drives, whatever other drives you have. So anyways, we're done with that. And we're going to go ahead and exit that for the moment. And the next one I use is Malwarebytes. Malwarebytes is really good because what it does is it actually finds any spyware, malware. It finds a lot of the bad stuff you don't want on your computer. A lot of people have zombie computers. What is a zombie computer? It's a computer being controlled outside of where the computer is, and it's being used for collecting data. There could be any number of things it's being used for, and the people don't even know it. So that's something you got to check for. So anyways, we're going to go back to Google. So now that we're at Google, we're going to do Malwarebytes. The reason I do the CCleaner first, just so you know, is because once you get all the temp files cleaned out, you have less to scan when you're running Malwarebytes or even a virus detection. So Malwarebytes is M-A-L-B-Y-T-E-S. So we'll just go ahead and search for that. Again, download .cnet. So we're going to go to CNET to download it. So now we're going to download it. So here we got our download bar. So we'll click OK here. Go to our download bar and we'll download file. So there we go. We're going to save it. And I didn't show this earlier, but if you do this drop down right here, you just grab this little button here and just click on it. It's going to show you other options as far as where to download. I always go to my desktop so I can find it. So we're going to download it to the desktop. So this will take a few minutes. Okay, so now we have it downloaded. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and close out our browser again. And we're going to go ahead and run Malwarebytes. So we're going to run, select English. We're going to accept the agreement. And I usually just leave everything default. Unless I find some type of toolbar, then I'll just deselect it. So we got a clean install there. You're going to see update Malwarebytes and launch Malwarebytes. We're going to go ahead and leave them both check marked. So we're going to finish, and it's going to update real quick. Okay, so there we go. We've got our database updated. We can click OK there, and now it's going to run Malwarebytes for you. And you're going to notice you got 3 selections here. You got quick scan, perform full scan, and perform flash scan. Now, all you're going to have on the free edition is perform quick scan and perform full scan. If you go with the Pro Edition, you can actually perform the flash scan, and I've seen some videos where it actually shows it only takes like 13 to 15 seconds to actually scan your computer, because Malwarebytes goes in there and actually does a quick scan on it. So if you want the Pro Edition, it might be worth buying just because of the time it saves you. So anyways, all we're going to do is we're just going to perform a quick scan. It usually finds just exactly what you need. It's just the junk that's actually affecting your computer. So we're going to click scan, and it's going to run a scan now. Okay, so you're going to see here we found 0 infected files. So this is a pretty clean drive basically. Scan completed successfully, no malicious items were detected. We're going to click OK there. You're going to see this main menu button down here. That main menu button, when it's done, it's going to say show results. So you'll click on that button, and what it's going to do is it's going to show you all the malware listed in there as to what it found. So it could be anywhere from 3. I actually found 3,000 on one computer one night, probably over 3,000, but it was because we had installed adware, and what it was doing was storing it in another folder and keeping it from infecting the computer. So when I went in and ran Malwarebytes, it found all those files and just started logging them, and it was crazy. So we cleaned all that out of the computer, and it's nice because Malwarebytes doesn't keep it in the computer. It actually gets rid of it. It may also tell you when it's done scanning that you need to restart the computer because it may have a few things on the startup it has to clean out. So that's it on Malwarebytes. We're going to exit this one right now. And there's one other program I want to show you. And this is the last thing we want to do because now we've cleaned our computer free of everything except probably viruses. Malwarebytes is really good about finding even Trojans. So as long as you have a good antivirus on your computer, while Malwarebytes is actually scanning, it'll find that stuff. So now we're going back to Google, and what we're going to do is we're going to look for OSLogic just defrag. So that's what we're looking for. And this is a freebie here. We'll just try the first one and see what comes up. So you're going to see here we got disk defrag. Improves your computer performance by optimizing file system. So we're going to download that. So we're going to download .com. So now it says to complete your download, click on the link below. So we're going to download now. So there we go. We get our toolbar again. So we're going to click OK there. Go to our toolbar and we're going to download file. So now we're going to save to desktop again. We're going to save it to the desktop. So now we're going to go ahead and close out our browser now that we've got our files downloaded. And you're going to see this OSLogic disk defragment. I got the portable one here. If you really go into the Google and look for it, you can actually find the portable. The portable is nice to have because you can go from computer to computer. You can copy it to it, and it never actually installs itself. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and run that right now. And what we want to do, actually before we run it, we've already run CCleaner, but we still have these files we've downloaded. So we want to get rid of CCleaner here at the install, and we want to get rid of Malwarebytes, so we're going to get rid of that as well, just the install files. And then we're going to empty out our recycle bin. And so now that we got our recycle bin emptied, we've got all of our temp files cleaned out, now we can go ahead and run a defrag on the drive. And you're going to see it's going to find all your drives. So what you want to do is deselect everything but your main drive, which is going to be mainly local disk C. So we'll go ahead and defrag that. As you're looking at this file, you're going to see all the little red parts coming up. These little boxes right here shows you what each color means. Free space, not fragmented, master file table, unmovable files, processing, fragmented, and defragmented. So you're going to see the reds are actually bad because they're fragmented files. So as they turn blue, that means they're getting fragmented. They're getting cleaned up. Once it's done, it'll say it's done. Recommendation would be to close it out, reopen it, run it again. It might find a few more clusters that need to be cleaned up. So that's pretty much it for OSLogic, and you know where to download it. Just go to Google, look for it. You can download it, install it, and that's it for cleaning up a computer. So until the next video, we'll see you later.